Hi there, music fans, and welcome to another one of my polls, another top 10. And today I'd like to give you my top 10 favourite songs by the fantastic Rod Stewart. Yeah, this has to be one of my favourite albums of all time, Atlantic Crossing by Rod Stewart. Absolutely love it. Yeah, Rod has recorded some amount of songs over the years, and he's still rocking to this day. I've seen him live a couple of times, not as many as he's been here a few times that I've missed. But yeah, I've seen him a couple of times live in concert. And he puts on what a show. Just absolutely fantastic. Every song is just a classic. So it was kind of difficult putting the top 10 together. But I put 10. I think, as you know, I base these on songs I listen to all the time. And these are probably the Rod Stewart songs I listen to most of all. So at number 10, I have one of his first solo singles, You Wear It Well. Absolutely fantastic. Very similar to Maggie May, but it's just an absolutely fantastic song. Absolutely love it. You Wear It Well. Number 9 used to be my karaoke song. I used to sing this all the time in karaoke's, and it's a song that actually got me into one of the first bands I ever got into years ago. I sang this at the audition, and it actually got me into a band, Hot Legs. Absolutely love it. As I say, it used to be my go-to song for karaoke's. Absolutely love it. Hot Legs. Number 8, since I birthed my son a couple of years ago, this song has just become one of my absolute favorite songs of all time, and it's Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, and it comes from his album. I think the album was called Country something Country. It was a couple of years ago anyway. I'm not sure what the name of the album was. Um but it featured this song and a couple of other fantastic songs. But as I say, from the birth of my son, it's an absolutely beautiful song, dedicated to his son, Batman, Superman, Spider Man. Beautiful song. Yeah, go. I highly recommend you check that one out, especially if you have kids. Number 7 is another one of my karaoke songs. Baby Jane, absolutely love Baby Jane. Yeah, as I say, I think it was the last song I ever sang on a karaoke there a few years ago, a couple of years ago in Spain. I sang it. Yeah, Baby Jane, absolutely love it. It was probably one of the first, because I was a kid of the 80s, probably one of the first Rod Stewart songs that I really loved. So number 6 is it's from this album. It was originally on this album, but it was released as a duet later on in the 80s or early 90s. This Old Heart of Mine, I absolutely love it. I love this slower version in particular that's on this album. Yeah, This Old Heart of Mine. What a song! It's a Motown song. I think Lamont Dozier and Holland wrote that song. Absolutely beautiful. Number 5 is the fantastic Maggie May. I couldn't leave that out of my top 10. It's an absolute classic, and I absolutely love it. Number 4 is from them American songbooks that Rod actually recorded a couple of years ago, which I absolutely played to death. I absolutely loved. I think his voice really suited that genre of music, and yeah, it was hard to pick one. But if I was to pick one song from all them albums, I think he released about 4 albums or 5 albums. I'd pick The Way You Look Tonight. It's just absolutely beautiful. Um, Number 3 is another one of my favorite songs of all time, written by Tim Harden. And it's called Reason to Believe, and Rod does an absolutely fantastic version. I like anybody singing it. I love the Glenn Campbell sang it as well, totally different to Rod. I love that version as well. But I think Rod has the definitive version. I absolutely love Rod's version of Reason to Believe. So number 2 is a kind of hidden gem that was on probably one of the greatest rock albums of all time. Every Picture Tells Us a Story. I think that was one of Rod's first solo albums. And it's pretty much, I think Ronnie Wood now plays on it, so it's pretty much a Faces album, but it's credited just to Rod Stewart. But every picture tells a story is just a fantastic rock album, and this song that I have, I Know I'm Losing You, it's just an absolute fantastic rocker. And yeah, the last time I seen him in the RDS in Dublin, he actually done this song, and I was absolutely thrilled that he done that because it's one of my all-time favorites by him. So number 1, as I say, is really difficult to pick because he's had so many classics. I've left out a few. I left out Some Guys Have All the Luck, Forever Young, his fantastic cover of Van Morrison's Have I Told You Lately. He's had some amount of great tracks over the years, but at number one, I put one of the ballads, and it's one that I absolutely love, and it's I Don't Want to Talk About It. Just absolutely beautiful. I took probably grown up in the 80s. I heard probably the Everything But the Girl version first. Um, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. But then I heard Rod's version, which was absolutely blew my mind. It was absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love his voice on that, and it's just an absolute fantastic song. So that's my top 10. I'll give them to you real quick again. You Wear Well, Hot Legs, Batman, Spider Man, Superman, Baby Jane, This Old Heart of Mine, Maggie May, The Way You Look Tonight, Reason to Believe, I Know I'm Losing You, and I Don't Want to Talk About It. So that's just my top 10. And as I say, I'm not saying these are the greatest Rod Stewart songs of all time. I think some of them are probably, but I'm not saying I'm just saying they're my favorites. And just for fun, I thought I'd give you my top 10 favorites. So, yeah, if you have any comments, leave them in the section below as usual. And once again, thank you and bye.